Hey y'all, happy Saturday. It's Saturday sauce. I'm gonna talk to you about all the crazy stuff I watched this week. Um, we had the season finale of the Traitors and the reunion. We had Sandoval and Kyle from Summer House on Watch What Happens Live showing douchebaggery. We had another amazing episode of Severance. Grey's Anatomy came back. And we had the Pitt, which occupies about 75% of my brain currently. Um, all I can think about is the next episode and when I can watch it with my kids and when I can watch it with this. Like, it's not even cute. So, anyway, so yeah. So let's jump in. Traitors finale. So, all right. Here's what. Um, I liked it and I love the Traitors, but I don't know what it is when it gets down to the last few episodes, like I don't care anymore. But in this instance, I really did care. I really kind of wanted Brittany to come in and win it all. I'm happy for the faithfuls. I'm happy for Dolo, but I really was hoping that she would just come in and win it all. Also, y'all need to check out no offense, all offense, Jolene Lunzer's um YouTube channel, and I think she's got a Patreon, but you've got to check her out. Because the dish on the rumors between Carolyn and Sandoval hooking up are fucking amazing. That is worth the price of admission. Do it. Do it now. I highly recommend it. Which brings us to Watch What Happens Live. I don't think I gave a little thingy. Did I do a little thingy for that? Let's see. No, I didn't. That's okay. But that brings us to Watch What Happens Live. Um, they had Tom Sandoval, and I mean, obviously, this was several nights. I think this was on Wednesday night that they were on. Kyle Cook from Summer House. I think that's his last name. Shit. Anyway, Kyle from Summer House and Tom Sandoval were on as Andy's guests, and like, I gotta be real. Um, those are two arrogant motherfuckers. The fact that Sandoval is still completely clueless as to what actually we perceived occurring and in his mind. Yo. Anyway, that was weird. Which brings us into Summer House. I am new to Summer House. I don't know fuck all about Summer House. The only thing I know about Summer House is a bunch of the people that I like to watch on YouTube fuck with Summer House. So, thank you to Bros and Shows for making me watch Summer House. You didn't make me, but you inspired me to. Let's say that. You, Ryan Bailey, yes, 100. So, um, Summer House. Kyle, why is Amanda? Why are any? Okay, I have to be real. I did kind of like Carl, but these other men are so far appear to be trash. I liked Carl and I like Rule, but he's brand new. All of the women are magnificent. And oh my God, Lindsay, pregnant. I've never seen such a beautiful woman. Fuck me running. But these guys, what the fuck? I mean, he's playing with this girl and he's acting like he's clueless. And I think that's a fucking act. West is whatever. Sierra, a queen. The rest of the women, queens. Also, the chick that was helping Lindsay set up the gender reveal, I heard them talking. I think she used to be on the show. She's magnificent. I want her in every episode. Also, I have to tell you, while I was watching the Bros and Shows Summer House recap, it was the funniest thing. I think I've mentioned this before. I like them both, but I generally agree with Steele. Um, and I like his vulnerability. My son loves Shooter, and I can't wait till we hang out the next time we hang out so I can show him. Shooter had a little bitty hole on the foot of his sock if you watch it, like, on YouTube, and I thought that was adorable. So, yeah. So anyway, so okay, now we're on to Severance. Y'all, spoiler alerts. Spoiler alerts. If y'all aren't up to date on Severance, don't listen. Skip. Wait till the little thingy changes to the pit. um anyway, what the fuck? First of all, it was a little slow for me, and the stuff with her mom was hard for me because I just lost mine. So that was a little much for me, and I had a hard time. And it was slow, even though it was a short episode, it moved very slowly, which I think is by design. But it was, I understand it was moody, but it was beyond torturous to me personally. But like I said, I'm in a weird place right now. But what the fuck? So Cobell designed the severance procedure. And what are we gonna find out? Was it an act of mercy? Did she design the severance procedure because she wanted the kids that they were using in child labor in Salt's Neck to, wouldn't remember the tort? That's what I think. I think she was doing it somehow to protect the workers, but that's just me. Again, oh, wait, I should do wait, that's just a tinfoil tiara conspiracy. That's what the fuck ever, right? Um, but is that why? But what the fuck? Right? Right? Um, what else? Oh, and then I want to shout out this article that I read on the Ringer. Miles Surrey, he did a recap, and I think he does all the recaps. I went and watched, or I went and read a little bit more, and he did a really great recap of the episode because I got to be honest, the show is way smarter than I am, and so sometimes I need to read a little bit about it before I um and then rewatch it and be like, oh, okay, I got it. But I'm also like a big fucking, I love a fucking spoiler, let's face it. But yeah, so go check that out on the Ringer. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm so silly. The Pit. Again, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the latest episode of The Pit, skip, wait to watch this. I don't know. Um, and it was very interesting because I watched it on my own. I watched it with my daughter, and then I watched it with my son. I know I've mentioned my son is a trained social worker, and takes that calling very seriously, um, but isn't currently. Anyway, um, so my son brought up an interesting point about McKay ratting the boy out to the cops. They have no proof that there even is a letter. It is hearsay from the mother. No one has seen the letter. So, did the mother make it up? Let's make sure that's not happening before we call the cavalry. And then, of course, later Robbie says he wasn't concerned. And I agree with that. This is what my son said. He said, you know how McKay is. And they were talking about the street team in earlier episodes. Why didn't she utilize those channels? That's also the one thing that has not made sense is why would McKay call the cops with her history with law enforcement? But okay, to each his own. All right. The entire episode was amazing as usual. But it's also a very stark contrast to Grey's Anatomy. It's and listen, I've been a Grey's girly. Well, I had to go back because I didn't come in till Denny died. But and it was like my patch for West Wing ending, ER was winding down, It was kind of my patch for that. Um, that reminds me, I'm doing a deep dive tomorrow about something with that. But anyway, um, but Grace feels hollow and empty next to the Pit. I watched them in succession. I watched the Pit for not succession, but in succession. Um, I watched the Pit first, and then I watched Grey's the next day. But and it's not I'm not knocking Grey's, and I will follow these characters everywhere. I love Shonda Rhimes, I don't care. But the Pit, wow, the difference. Okay, more spoilers on the episode. So, anyway, Dana gets looked after by everyone. You know, they all rally around her when she comes in from being punched by that shit knocker. Um, McKay's ex comes in. Um, let's see. Robbie cops to like maybe not seeing it from a woman's point of view and was only seeing it from the kid's point of view. Also, who's seen it from the patient's point of view? Because that was actually the mother. Just reminding y'all of that. Um, Also, major spoiler, turns out Santos was right. Langdon has been stealing meds, is an addict, and Noah Wiley, his anguish in that last scene when he fires Langdon was so beautifully played. So beautifully played. And one of the things, let me get to this. Sorry, ADHD strikes again. Um, then the Heather and Dana relationship, the two of them holding hands, that climbing into climbing into bed with her, touching, sisterhood, support women. I love it. And that's I think what made Robbie's anguish at Langdon's betrayal feel so real to me is I don't know what rehearsal process they did or what they did um together they really feel like there are deep old relationships, established relationships, and then of course these newer ones with the med students coming in and stuff. And that's I think what I find most compelling about the show, really, is how fully drawn they are. And obviously I like the interpersonal, the relationships and looking at that and breaking it down. That's why I fuck with reality TV, right? So that's it. Join me tomorrow. I am going to do a deep dive on Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip and the Matthew Perry documentary that came to Peacock, I think last week is when I watched it. And my feelings about this. Studio 60 was another one of my gateway drugs. It was a one season show. And so I'm going to get into my deep dive in that and how Matthew Perry, I think Matthew Perry's character in that did not help him in his sobriety. But anyway, and then join me Manic Monday. I will be recapping Sunday's John Oliver. And I will also be talking about all the shit all the pop culture I'm gonna try and consume in the upcoming week. And that doesn't even include what will come up, because I'm sure some of that shit will come up. And then join me for Tinfoil Tiara Tuesday. I'm going to talk about why they keep putting men like the Summer House guys or the Vanderpump Rules guys or what the fuck ever. These shitty guys, even the Jersey husbands, these are shitty guys. Quit putting them on fucking TV. And we need to take a stand and stop fucking watching because they're trash. Anyway, then on Weedy Wednesday, I'll do a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and a Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. I'm off Thursday. I have to go pick up my mom's ashes. And then join me for Fangirl Friday. I know one of the subjects of Fangirl Friday is going to be Sarah Paulson, and I believe the other one is going to be John Oliver. So I want everybody to have a great Saturday. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care of y'all. Bye.